getting so bad up there, government forces are even targeting innocent gelato shops, like this one here in Ottawa, Canada. Turns out, the owner of Stella Luna Cafe made a giant mistake. She privately supported the Freedom Truckers convoy with a $250 donation. Her donation then leaked and was made public. Her gelato shop was then doxxed and began receiving threats. Lunatics threatening her with violence and vandalism, treating her like a Salem witch, all because she showed her support for freedom. The owner of Stella Luna Gelato Cafe, Tammy Giuliani, no relation to Rudy, is here with us now. All right, Tammy, what exactly is going on up there with your shop?
Well, I should preface by saying that I have a tendency to think with my heart and not with my head. And does that get me in trouble? A lot. And would I change that about myself? Not in a million years. And when I heard about a group of people that were willing to drive all the way across the country in below 30 weather to gather peacefully in front of Parliament and to stand up for their beliefs and to say, you know, maybe this whole mandating the existence out of everyone needs to be revisited, my heart said no. And I don't think anyone, and I certainly don't think anyone could have imagined that it would have transformed into something like we're witnessing today.
Yeah, we're witnessing complete chaos, and I don't know how to describe it, but you probably know better than I do since you're up there. What has been the blowback for you and your shop, and what kind of threats and harassment have you faced after that donation was made public?
Well, you need to understand that Stella Luna is our livelihood, and my husband and our children and son-in-law all work for the business. It's how we pay our rent. It's how we keep our lights on. It's how we eat. So we feel very passionately about eating. And
that makes
everyone has pushed really hard over the past 2 years trying to keep this business alive. So we have this passion, and it just keeps going on and on. So I reached into my personal pocket and I pulled out $250 of my personal money, and I gave a donation to fill a gas tank of someone so they didn't have to sleep in -30 in the cold that night. And I think that decision speaks to my humanity and not to political beliefs. But attacking our children, attacking our team, that's unconscionable. And I think never in my 56 years have I ever experienced a country so divided, so full of hatred towards friends and neighbors. Sorry, I lost you there. So full of hatred towards their friends and neighbors. You know, they might have opinions that differ from theirs, but they're so willing to publicly shame and humiliate and spew forth angry vitriol. You know, we have been called terrorist for the first 36 hours. We were inundated with hatred, with threats of violence. People threatened our team on the phone, telling them we're coming to get you. We're going to throw bricks through your window. You'll pay for this, you Nazi supporter. I personally have been called a disgusting pig of a woman and that I should rot in hell. Our rural shop out in Merrickville, Ontario, someone draped a large bed sheet over our sign. I'm sorry. It's been a tough few days, and I think, you know, and the sign read, "Tammy supports terrorists." Now, Mama Bear is going to dig out her claws on that one, and we're getting the video surveillance and the incident, and we will pursue that with the police. But late yesterday afternoon, messages of support and encouragement started to arrive, and people from coast to coast to coast throughout Canada and the US. And, you know, they've been buying gift cards online and calling themselves guardian angels. So, you know, we're going to use those funds to help pay the staff for their missed shifts and get some security guards in and make sure everybody's safe and that they feel safe coming to work. But the phone has been ringing off the hook all day today from calls all over Canada, all over the US, sharing stories of losing their jobs because of bankruptcy or because they refuse to get vaccinated, losing their homes. we've heard tragic stories. I didn't think it was going to be this hard. But
I
just give me
understand.
one second. We've heard so many stories from people calling to support us because, we're pretty insignificant and we're just a little gelato shop. And all we want to do is make really good gelato. And so to have our, to be targeted and have our staff targeted and our children targeted because I decided to reach in my pocket and, fill the gas can of some guy I didn't want to see sleep in the cold overnight. But our kids arrived at the shop today and there were heart-shaped balloons hanging from the door handle and the window was covered with little sticky notes and they were all these inspirational messages of encouragement. I think our favorite, which sums it up in a nutshell, so to speak, was somebody said, pistachios before politics.
That's wonderful. Well, Tammy, you are such a perfect person. I love you. The audience loves you. You're a total sweetheart. I can see how hard this has been for you, but how inspiring you've been for us and for the community up there. And we're at Jesse Watters Primetime. We're going to order a boatload of pistachio. I don't care how we get it here. We're going to get it here, and we're going to order a hell of a lot of it. So, keep up the good fight.
One thing?
Yes.
One message I want to leave people with, and
Sure.
it's truly thank you so much for everyone, for all over, for contributing, buying gift cards. But we think we all need a healthy dose of positivity and love and respect, and we all need a whole lot less judgment and hate. And I think if people would just, before they open their mouth or they start tapping away on their keyboards, if they could just listen to their heart and find their humanity, the world would be better served.
Well said. Tammy for Prime Minister of Canada. I think it starts right here. Thank you so much, Tammy. You're the best. That was very, very moving, and we support you.